Match number 25 of the Tata IPL 2024 rivalry week continues, and this is the game we were waiting for out of the two other games we have in this week. But man, what a game, Orko! It's Mumbai versus RCB. It's no more Kohli versus Rohit because none of them are captains for the respective franchisee. But even more, the intense is there, the battle is there, and it's at the Wankhede Stadium. How do you look into this fixture?
Well, it'll be still a Rohit versus Kohli battle because people do expect them to perform, and even the T20 World Cup is coming up, so both of them have a point to prove. Especially Rohit, I should say, because Kohli is obviously done enough already in this season to make himself a contender, a definite spot for the T20 World Cup. But Rohit, he has to prove himself with the bat, though he gets in the team as a captain. So he did show some great signs in the previous game, and obviously Wankhede is a track where he does well. So it'll be an interesting game to watch.
Absolutely, and let's kickstart things with the head-to-head between these two sides. When it comes to head-to-head, Mumbai versus RCB at the Wankhede Stadium, 18 is to 14 when it comes to Mumbai ahead, and without a doubt, being five-time champions, they have to be a successful side, 18 times victorious. But today, it's at the Wankhede Stadium, Orko. Last time we had the kids play was part of that against the Delhi Capitals, where it was day game. Will we see once again the same amount of unfortunate disrespect Hardik Pandya is getting today?
Well, I think that things have to calm down a bit now. I know that things have been a bit obvious because the love for Rohit is very large. But that being said, people should move on from it because on a professional viewpoint, Hardik is the captain of your team. And at the end of the day, you have to back him and ultimately even plays for your country. So just on the basis of franchise cricket, we can't really be too harsh at him. And yes, if he brings the results, then he will shut a lot of mouths in the coming future. And I expect that to happen very soon.
Absolutely. I was about to say that, and you've said exactly that. I think things should come to an end because after a couple of months, he's going to represent Team India potentially as the all rounder. But he has a big competition. Shivam Dube has been performing really, really well. So we have to see what happens when it comes to Team India and the squad. But this defines Wankhede Stadium. Mumbai has a brilliant record here. They won the previous game against the Delhi Capitals, the first win of the season. They must be in a good confidence because people were saying that Mumbai has somehow got the right balance to the squad, but it was a day game. They potentially had a Mohammad Nabi. We might see a different player when it comes to the fourth overseas. What's your take? Can Mumbai make it 2 out of 2 at home?
Well, certainly. They have got the momentum right now. They are fresh from a win and they have found a new lower order hitter in the form of Shepard. And like what a team they have right now. Shepard, David to finish it off. They've got Sky back. We never know. They can use Tushara somewhere. And if Tushara, Bumrah bowl in tandem in the death, then they become an altogether different side. So I think Mumbai have found the right balance and the right people have come back into the team and the guns are blazing. Only time will tell. Well, Hardik will get going. But once he gets going, then this team is almost unstoppable.
So Hardik gets going is very important because he creates the balance of the side. And I definitely agree with you, Orko. It's time we move on to the pitch report of the Wankhede Stadium. And Orko, here it is, Wankhede Stadium. 110 matches have been played here. 50 times the team batting first, 59 times the team chasing. So it defines everything. Once again, it's a night game rather. Last time we had Rajasthan Royals winning the toss, chasing, and the first few overs defined the match rather. It was Mumbai Indians getting out. Consecutive wickets were going down for the Mumbai Indians. But what do you say about this game? Once again, chasing is the go-to thing, and toss will be so much crucial in this game.
Absolutely, especially given the fact that it's Wankhede and we all know that it's a chasing friendly ground and both the teams have superior batsmen in them. I mean, RCB is also very top heavy batting side and so is Mumbai. So both of the teams would prefer chasing and they know that even if the target is 200 plus, they have the capacity to chase it down. Obviously, the team combinations are something to look at, which we'll obviously discuss.
Absolutely. And when it comes to Wankhede Stadium, 33,000 crowd, but they make it feel like 60,000 to be very honest. But I 100% agree. We will see toss is crucial, just like Orko said, and we will see what happens today at 7 p.m. It's time to move on to the schedules for both the sides. Starting with Mumbai Indians, Orko, they won the previous game against the Delhi Capitals. Back-to-back home games now for them. They face RCB today, then they face the Chennai Super Kings at the Wankhede Stadium. Super Sunday that ends the rivalry week. How important are these two games? Can you potentially see a 2 out of 2? Because one is an El Clasico on Sunday, this we might also see a big rivalry versus the Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Well, certainly. I think these two games will be tough. I know people may write off Bangalore for their form, but this is the kind of track Bangalore can perform at. And if they bring in a good, useful set of fast bowlers, then they can certainly function well in Wankhede. We all know that Siraj has got a wonderful record in Wankhede. So if those people come blazing, then we never know. Bangalore may be a different side altogether. And with CSK, obviously, similar kind of team like Mumbai, a very batting heavy side. I think both these games will be tough games for Mumbai, but we expect them to win because they have that team which can go the distance.
Yeah, we have the team because they are a team that starts slow. When they get back-to-back victories, they are a team unstoppable at the moment. We will see what happens today. We will see on Sunday as well, two home games, and that's exactly what Mumbai Indians needed as well. But going to their opponents, Royal Challengers Bangalore, they lost the last game versus the Rajasthan Royals, though they made a good score, but eventually it became few runs short as well, and that the bowling department is not doing well at the Wankhede Stadium. Nightmare for the RCB bowlers, to be honest, but they have to step up. Similarly, they face Sunrise Hyderabad at the Chinnaswamy Stadium on a Monday evening. So, what are these two things? Firstly, it's Wankhede and Chinnaswamy, both the games, both the stadiums, nightmare for the bowlers. But when it comes to RCB facing these two teams, can they make it? Which game are you potentially an advantage for RCB?
Well, I think the game at home will be something they will try to get an advantage from because they know their conditions well. If they win the toss and they chase, and they have the team that can chase, if people like Green or Maxwell get going, or they make some changes in the combinations, like somehow fit in a Will Jack somewhere, or get Lomroad some more game time, which he certainly deserves. I think RCB have a good chance in the next game, and as compared to this game, because this is obviously an away game, and we know Mumbai is a dangerous side in Wankhede.
Absolutely. And Mahipa Lomrod, my God, he has been making a big impact when it comes to with the bat. Vijay Kumar Vishak with the ball. But suddenly in the last two games, we saw none of them performing either with the bat or ball. That's very interesting to see. But we'll see what happens when it comes to these two teams, Orko. Best match till date has to be taken into account. And I have this one for you. There were a lot of things. There was the super over that happened in UAE. But when it comes to giving a little bit of happiness at the Wankhede Stadium, here is the best match till date. Do you remember this game way back in 2015, 10th of May? It was the AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli show. The game where these two players made their name, batting at number three, ABD, and as well as Virat Kohli was there. How did you look into that? One-sided contest though, but how dominating was RCB then?
Well, we certainly remember this, that wonderful partnership that these two people string together, almost a 200-run partnership, if I'm not wrong. And at one stage, though it was an away game for RCB, people were chanting for ABD in the Wankhede. So that's the amount of
Exactly.
love he got over there, even though he was not the local team's player. And I think this match was very memorable and obviously very one-sided. But yes, Mumbai did give a good fight, as you would expect in a stadium like Wankhede, where chasing is favorable. But yes, they did lose by a big distance ultimately.
Absolutely. They fought back. Lendl Simmons was the hero in the Mumbai Indians batting unit. But yes, they fell short for something around 39 runs. That's it. This match at the Wankhede Stadium turned out to be a high scoring one. Can we potentially see another high scoring one today evening, Orko?
Well, I think it should be because Wankhede does favor batsmen a lot, and people say that they may be a bit of dew and everything. So that will obviously favor such kind of scores to be put on. And both teams have high quality batters. And if you look at the bowling, maybe RCB is a tad weaker than Mumbai, or I should say a lot weaker than Mumbai. But I think that the batsmen will come all guns blazing for both the teams.
Batsmen will come out guns blazing for both the teams, says Orko, and I think we are in for a run feast of a contest today. It's time we move on. Who are the batsmen? Who are the bowlers who are going to perform today? It's time we move on to the top three players to watch out for. When it comes to Mumbai and RCB, here are the six players I've chosen: Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, and Jasprit Bumrah for MI. And for RCB, it's Virat Kohli, Cameron Green coming back to his former side, and a Mohammad Siraj. We all know the last time we played at Wankhede Stadium, it was a nightmare for Sri Lanka in the World Cup. So, what are your thoughts for these six players? Any changes? If you can describe all these six players, please.
Well, absolutely agree with the player combinations that you put over there. All these three players from each team would be instrumental for the team's success. You know, Rohit has a great record in Wankhede. Surya, again, coming back from injury, has a point to prove. And Bumrah, he doesn't, he's always consistent. We can't write Bumrah off in any track, and especially in the Wankhede, the backing he gets from the crowd, we can't write him off. And Siraj, obviously, we know what he has done in the World Cup. He's got some great memories in the Wankhede. Kohli, obviously, a class apart. He does well in Wankhede and perhaps every stadium in the planet. Green will have a point to prove because this particular fixture goes back in time from the trade window itself when Green was, somewhat moved towards
Exactly.
RCB to accommodate Hardik. So he has a point to prove that you moved me out of the team and I'm going to prove myself because I'm not new to this stadium and the opponent either. So Green will have a point to prove. And with people like Will Jacks knocking at the door, Green has to perform sooner than later. So it's a big game for him.
So you named Will Jacks. Who is the person that is most under pressure? Is it Cameron Green? Is it the Glenn Maxwell? Or is it RCB's captain Faf du Plessis?
Well, technically, I know it will be a very controversial statement to say, but I think they need to look beyond FAF. But to do so, they have to find a captain again, and we need to give responsibility to Kohli or maybe someone like a Maxwell in the middle of the season, which will be a challenge. But yes, some teams do well even in mid-season captaincy changes. For example, KKR did in 2020, 2021. So we never know that's going to happen or not. But I think currently the pressure will be on Green because the reputation of Maxwell and the overall package that he provides. His bat is not doing the talking, but he's bowling well. So we can't bench Maxwell just yet. I think Green will be the one who will be under maximum pressure to accommodate someone like a Jax.
Okay, so most out of all those three, you said Cameron Green. But if you just keep Cameron Green aside from the slide, the rest of the five players, Orko, are they guaranteed in your T20 World Cup squad?
Well, most certainly. Bumrah is a sure shot starter. Rohit's your captain. Kohli should be playing. I know many people may say that because of him, Jaiswal, Rinku will not get a place. If you really want to take a young side forward, then I think all the veterans should be rested, like it happened in 2007 T20 World
Yeah.
Cup, where they went with a relatively young side. I think Sehwag was the only senior player out there. Otherwise, we had a relatively young side. So they have to go in that way, or otherwise, if they want to win the World Cup with a bunch of veterans, you can't think of a team beyond Virat Kohli.
And is Virat Kohli the opener for you?
Certainly, because at three, I would obviously want Surya out there because if he plays at four, it's a bit lower for the amount of talent and the ability he has. I think Kohli and Rohit should be opening, and Jaiswal sadly would have to be on the bench then.
Absolutely. And similarly, Mohammad Siraj hasn't started the season off well. How important are the rest of the games for him to get his form back and be the second pacer for Team India in the T20 World Cup? Otherwise, there are enough options, I must tell you, to replace him.
Yes, recently Arshdeep had a good game. People rate Mukesh very highly for his Yorkers and his death bowling. So there are certain competitions which Siraj will have to go through and his performance should come. He hasn't had the best of seasons just yet, but we never know. He's an experienced campaigner and with time maybe the results will come toward him as well. And because he's a veteran bowler already, I think they will entrust him with Bumrah to lead the pace attack.
So you're saying time will tell, and you're backing Mohammad Siraj. That's so good to see. We'll see what happens when it comes to Mohammad Siraj coming back to the Wankhede Stadium today evening against the mighty Mumbai Indians. It's time we move on to the top three battles to watch out for. And these three battles I have chosen for you: Virat Kohli versus Jasprit Bumrah, battle number one; Glenn Maxwell versus Piyush Chawla, battle number two; and Mohammad Siraj versus Ishan Kishan, battle number three. Any additions you want to put in? Any battles that you're mostly excited to watch, or anybody else? Or if not, then which is the one you're mostly excited to watch?
Well, obviously the one in the first, Kohli versus Bumrah. You can't think of a battle better than that. Perhaps the best batter in the planet versus the best bowler in the planet. So that will be the contest that I'll be looking for. Alongside that, even apart from Kishan versus Siraj, you can look at Rohit versus Siraj as well because Siraj gets that bit of
I had
movement
that.
and drift.
I had that,
Yeah,
but just because Siraj is very good against left-handers is the reason why I had it stuck.
exactly. Exactly. So with Rohit and Kishan, similar kind of players who like to go big, I think Siraj will obviously be a handful against them. And if Siraj gets his form running like he does in Wankhede usually, then we never know. They may destabilize the RCB, the Mumbai batting order in the start itself.
Yeah, we might see that Siraj, if he gets going, then he is very dangerous. Similarly to Jasprit Bumrah, and you have said Jasprit versus Virat Kohli. No matter if it's in the first innings or the second innings, will be the treat to watch. Will be the best battle to watch, and I'm sure everybody of you who are watching will also agree with me. Virat versus Bumrah will be the battle to watch out for. We're done with the battles as well. It's time we move on to the predicted playing 11. When it comes to the Mumbai Indians, the home side first, I think the previous game against the Delhi Capitals, they have somehow figured out the best combination. Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, Tim David is my top six. Romario Shepherd, what a bonus inclusion he has been in the playing 11. I have somehow put Mohammad Nabi out of the playing 11 just because it's a night game. Jalal Kodzi, Piyush Chawla, Jasprit Bumrah, and Mapaka is back into my team just because the matchup against the Virat Kohli of a left-hander.
Certainly, they can try Mafaka, or if they want, even they can try Luke Wood out there. If they want to strengthen their death bowling to add firepower with Bumrah, then they have to give responsibility for Kodzia to bowl in the power play and maybe slot in someone like Tushara for the death overs. But I think Mafaka will be back for another game, or maybe even Luke Wood could come in. Hardik hasn't been bowling in the last two games. I don't know why.
Yeah,
He's been bowling in the first one or two games, but he didn't bowl ever since. He may get a chance to bowl if Nabi doesn't play, obviously. So Mumbai has a lot of combinations that they can think of, and yes, they have enough bowling resources to dismantle RCB.
absolutely. If you look into the top seven, so dangerous, and I absolutely agree. If they're chasing, then they can add another impact sub as well. And I'm excited to see. We haven't seen Nihal Vadera so far in the tournament. We can see his inclusion in the with the bat as well. Going to their opponents, the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They have to figure out the right combination, right playing 11. Can this game be the right playing 11, Orko? I have this one: Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis, Rajat Patidar, Glenn Maxwell, Cameron Green, the top five. Dinesh Karthik at six, Mahipal Lamron at seven. If he is your best batter, you has to be in the playing 11. Mayank Dagar at eight, Lockie Ferguson, my overseas pacer, Mohammad Siraj and Yas Dayal, which Vijay Kumar Vishak as my impact player. Any changes for you, Orko?
Well, definitely. They have to back the players who have been doing well. I mean, Vishak was very good in the games that he got a chance to bowl, even against KKR, where RCB was being throttled everywhere. He was the lone good bowler. And even with Lomror, he's a player who can bat anywhere and he needs to be backed. I think that Green can bat a bit higher up the order because I don't see him as a good finisher off late. Maybe they may not look at Lockie because Lockie's record in the Wankhede is not the greatest. I think they'll back Topley because he's that left armer. And, if you start with Topley and Dayal against Rohit. Rohit does have his problems with left arm pace. I think they may try Topley because he's not been that bad either. They may even look at Joseph for that matter. We never know because Wankhede does favor paces. So time will tell what they do.
No. RCB fans won't be happy if you say Alzari Joseph to come back into the squad. We might potentially see a Reece Topley. That is a good answer, but not an
Yeah.
Alzari Joseph for sure win the RCB 11. So that's done. Both the predicted playing 11s are done for RCB and MI. It's time we move on to the last thing. That is the predictions time now. So, Orko, match number 25, MI versus RCB at the iconic Wankhede Stadium. Both the teams need a victory. They have only got one victory so far in the tournament. Where is the pendulum heading towards? Is it the blue side or is it the red side?
Well, obviously Mumbai, because it's the home game for them. They have found their right combination. Their strong, talismanic players like Sky are back. I think Mumbai has the upper hand and a huge upper hand, I should say, because it's a home game. And with the recent RCB form, I obviously am worried about how they'll perform in this game and even in the coming game after this. But for this game, if you look at, I think Mumbai have a great upper hand.
Say Mumbai has a great upper hand. Toss is not crucial out here. What if RCB wins the toss and elects to chase?
Well, obviously that, but Mumbai has a good bowling attack. So though RCB is top heavy, I think Mumbai's bowling can neutralize anyone for that matter. I think that there is one opportunity for them to try someone like Mulani because he's a left arm spinner, and Virat has his problems with left arm spin. So they may try him as an impact sub or maybe bench a Chawla to play him. So we never know. Mumbai do have the right combinations in place, and they may dismantle RCB even if they field first.
Okay, that's the right thing I wanted to hear, and thank you so much, Orko, for that. That's the conclusion of the show. Thank you so much, Orko. He has made his prediction. He has a little bit gone towards the MI side, the blue side at the Wankhede Stadium today, home advantage as well. We will see what happens. Toss at 7 p.m. and it's going to be a cracking of a game. Rivalry week continues, ladies and gentlemen. MI versus RCB at the Wankhede Stadium. It's going to be a cracker. Till then, don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Till thank you so much, and bye bye.